Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to find the real values of x that satisfy this equation. Now, to solve this problem, let us remember that for this equation to have real roots, then 5 minus x to the power 4 must not be negative. So we have that 5 minus x to the power 4 must be greater than or equal to 0. From here, we have that 5 must be greater than or equal to x to the power 4. Now, when we take the fourth root of both sides of this inequality, this is approximately equal to 1.495. And of course, this is going to take care of that. So we have that for this equation to have real roots, then 1.495 must be greater than or equal to the absolute value of x. Now also, let us move this x over to the right hand side. When we do that, we have that the fourth root of 5 minus x to the power 4 is equal to 2 minus x. Notice that for this equation to have real roots, then 2 minus x must be positive or equal to 0. So that means that 2 minus x must be greater than or equal to 0. And of course, we have that 2 must be greater than or equal to x. So the two conditions that the roots of this equation must fulfill are that 2 must be greater than or equal to x, and that 1.495 must be greater than or equal to the absolute value of x. Now, to solve this equation, once more, let us move x over to the right hand side. We have that the fourth root of 5 minus x to the power 4 is equal to 2 minus x. What we are going to do now is that we are going to raise both sides of this equation to the power 4 to get rid of this fourth root. So we have this to the power 4 and this to the power 4. Of course, this is going to take care of this. And we have that 5 minus x to the power 4 is equal to 2 minus x to the power 4. Now let us expand this. But before we do that, let us look at the expansion for a plus b to the power 4. Now this is very easy. We have a to the power 4 times b to the power 0 plus a to the power 3 times b to the power 1. As the powers of a are decreasing, the powers of b are increasing, plus a to the power 2 times b to the power 2 plus a to the power 1 times b to the power 3 plus a to the power 0 times b to the power 4. Now notice that I haven't added any coefficients. We are going to get the coefficients for this expansion from the Pascal's triangle. That triangle is very easy to draw. You start with 1 and you end with 1. So we have 1, 1 and 1, 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. End with 1. Start with 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. End with 1. 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. End with 1. Now, this will give us the coefficients of a plus b to the power 0. This second line, that is 1 and 1, will give us the coefficients for a plus b to the power 1. 1, 2, 1 are the coefficients for a plus b to the power 2. This for the coefficients to a plus b to the power 3, and 1, 4, 6, 4, 1 are the coefficients for the expansion of a plus b to the power 4. So this is what we need. That simply means that we have 1 here, we have 4 here, we have 6 here, we have 4 here, and lastly we have 1. Now let us expand 2 minus x to the power 4. Of course, you can see that a is 2 and b is minus x, not x. So this is equal to, we have 1. Then we have a to the power 4, that is 2 to the power 4, which is 16. Anything to the power 0 is equal to 1. Plus, we have 4. 2 to the power 3 is 8. Then, minus x to the power 1 plus 6. 2 squared is 4. Minus x squared plus 4. 2 to the power 1 is 2. This is minus x cubed. And lastly, we have a to the power 0, which is equal to 1. Then we have minus x to the power 4. So this is equal to 16. 4 times 8 is 32 times minus x, that is minus 32x. Minus x squared is x squared. 6 times 4 is 24. So this is plus 24x squared. Minus x cubed is minus x cubed. 4 times 2 is 8. So this is minus 8x cubed. Minus x to the power 4 is minus x to the power 4. So this is plus x to the 4th power. And now we have that 5 minus x to the power 4 is equal to, this is 16 minus 32x plus 24x squared minus 8x cubed plus x to the power 4. Now let us move these two terms over to the right hand side. When we do that, we have 0 on the left hand side. Now 16. 5 going over becomes minus 5. 16 minus 5 is 11 minus 32x plus 24x squared minus 8x cubed. Then we have x to the power 4. Minus x to the power 4 going over becomes plus x to the power 4. Adding it to this one, we have 2x to the power 4. Now, rearranging this equation, we have 2x to the power 4 minus 8x cubed plus 24x squared minus 32x plus 11 is equal to 0. Now, there's a way to simplify this quartic equation. The secret is to break this up. Break it into plus 8x squared and 16x squared. Of course, you know that 8 plus 16 is going to give us 24. Now, we can write this equation as 2x to the power 4 minus 8x cubed plus 8x squared plus 16x squared minus 32x plus 11 is equal to 0. Let us group these two. Now we can take 2 out of this bracket. So we have 2 into 2x to the power 4 divided by 2 is going to give us x to the power 4. Minus 8x cubed divided by 2 is going to give us minus 4x cubed. And 8x squared divided by 2 is going to give us 4x squared. Now, when you look at these two, you're going to see a common factor, which is 16. So we have 16 into 16x squared divided by 16 is going to give us x squared. And minus 32x divided by 16 is going to give us minus 2x. Then we still have plus 11, and this is still equal to 0. Now we can factorize this. Let us use the table method. What are the factors of x to the power 4? We have x squared and x squared. What are the factors of 4x squared? We have 2x and 2x. But since the middle term is negative, let this be minus 2x, and let this be minus 2x. Multiply this by this, we have minus 2x times x squared, which is minus 2x cubed. Multiply this by this and you get exactly the same thing, minus 2x cubed. Now notice that minus 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is going to give us minus 4x cubed. So that means that when we factorize this, we have x squared minus 2x multiplied by x squared minus 2x. This and this are exactly the same thing. So we can write this as x squared minus 2x squared. So that means that here we have 2 times x squared minus 2x squared plus 16 times x squared minus 2x plus 11 is equal to 0. Of course, you can see that this and that are exactly the same. So we need to do a substitution. Let y be equal to x squared minus 2x. Then we can write this equation as 2y squared plus 16y plus 11 is equal to 0. Now we cannot solve this quadratic equation by factorization, so let us complete the square. First of all, we have to make sure that the coefficient of y squared is 1. So we divide through this equation by 2. When we do that, we have y squared plus 8y plus 11 over 2 is equal to 0. The next thing we are going to do is to move the constant term over to the right hand side. When we do that, we have y squared plus 8y is equal to minus 11 over 2. The next thing we are going to do is to divide the coefficient of y by 2, square it, and add to both sides to complete the square on the left hand side. When we do that, we have y squared plus 8y plus 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this is 4 squared is equal to minus 11 over 2 plus 4 squared. Now, this is a perfect square. So we take one y and we take 1 plus 4 and we square. And this is equal to, this is minus 11 over 2 plus 16. 2 times 16 is 32. 32 minus 11 is 21. So this is 21 over 2. Now we take square root of both sides of this equation. We have y plus 4 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 21 over 2. And of course, from here we have that y is equal to minus 4 plus or minus root 21 over 2. So now we have two equations to solve for the values of x that satisfy this equation. We have x squared minus 2x is equal to minus 4 plus root 21 over 2. And we have x squared minus 2x is equal to minus 4 minus root 21 over 2. Let us start with the second equation. This equation is not going to yield any real values of x. Let me show you. Rearranging this equation, we have x squared minus 2x plus 4 plus root 21 over 2 is equal to 0. Now let us calculate the discriminant of this quadratic equation. We have that the discriminant is equal to b squared minus 4ac. b is minus 2. Minus 2 squared is 4. a is 1. And c is the constant term. So this is 4 plus the square root of 21 over 2. Now from here we have that the discriminant is equal to 4 minus 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times root 21 over 2 is 4 root 21 over 2. Now from here we have 4 minus 16 minus plus is minus 4 root 21 over 2. 4 minus 16 is minus 12. Then minus 4 root 21 over 2. You can see that this number is negative. And of course, you know that when the discriminant of a quadratic equation is negative, that quadratic equation has no real roots. And to solve the last equation, all we have to do is to complete the square on the left-hand side. To do that, we divide minus 2 by 2, square and add to both sides. We have x squared minus 2x plus minus 1 squared is equal to minus 4 plus root 21 over 2 plus minus 1 squared. Of course, you know that this is a perfect square. So we take 1x and 1 minus 1 and we square. Now, minus 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 4 is minus 3 plus root 21 over 2. Now we take square root. When we do that, we have that x minus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of minus 3 plus root 21 over 2. And from here, we have two values of x. We have that x is equal to 1 plus root minus 3 plus root 21 over 2, or x is equal to 1 minus root minus 3 plus root 21 over 2. Now, evaluating this with a calculator, we have that x is approximately equal to 1.4903. And evaluating this with a calculator, we have that x is approximately equal to 0.5097. Now we go back to the constraints. We have that x must be less than or equal to 1.495. This value is less than 1.495. And this value is also less than 1.495. We also have that x must be less than 2. This value is less than 2, and this value is less than 2. So the two values of x that satisfy this equation are 1.4903 and 0.5097. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a thumbs up to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and you can see more videos here.